Hello dear children, welcome back to our online class. This is your subject teacher of English from LPM Public School, which is situated at Kolabajar, Gorakhpur. Dear student, so in my previous video I have explained some paragraph of chapter number 2. So today's video I am going to explain the next paragraph of this chapter. So first of all, you all take out your New Champs English Reader book and open chapter number 2. So dear student, I have already explained page number 15 and 16's paragraph. So student, one more time I'm going to read this story again. So let's have a quick overview on this story. So student, first of all, we have learned that Kitty does not like to help others. At the beginning of this story, we have learned that Kitty does not like to help others. Can anyone help her mend her selfish ways? Read this interesting fairy tale by the American author Louisa May Alcott, best known for the children's classical Little Women, and find out what happened when Kitty finds herself wearing a pair of magical shoes. So we have read that once there was a girl named Kitty and who did not want to do what people asked her to. Instead, she grumbled, "I want and I can't." So one day, she was given a pair of shiny new shoes and barely had Kitty put them on. Then her mother called Kitty, "Run and tell the cook to make a pie for dinner." So we have to learn at the beginning that this is a story of a little girl who was a very naughty, who didn't like to do what others said, who always grumbled, "I want" or "I can't." So when Kitty put on her new shoes, her mother asked her to tell the cook to make a pie for dinner. So Kitty started to whine, "I don't want to." So as usual, but the shoes jumped and swept her downstairs into the kitchen. So student, so what happened? So breathless, she gave the message and stared at the shoes, their bright buttons seeming to wink at her. Just then, her father said, "Kitty, go to the post office before school and get my letters." When Kitty gave the message to cook that make pie for dinner, so that time her father said to her, "Kitty, go to the post office before the school and get the letters." So that time again she's saying that "I can't," started Kitty, but away went the shoes, trotting briskly down the street. "I'll take this horrid shoes off as soon as I get home," said Kitty to herself as she took the letters. Soon she came to a bridge where she wanted to stop and watch a boat forgetting school and her father's letter, but the shoes went on walking, although Kitty held on to the railing as hard as she could. Finally, she gave up and found herself walking swiftly home. So what happened the next? So back home, Kitty found that as hard as she tried, see, the shoes just wouldn't come off. "Time for school," called Mama from upstairs. So before I want the magic shoes whisked her off to school. And at the break time, a girl knocked down the house of corn cobs she had built and made her angry. So that time, when Kitty went to school, so there was a girl whose name was Dolly, knocked down the house of corn cobs that Kitty had built. So that time she became very angry and she said that I'll kick you down, Dolly. And she up went her foot, but it didn't come down. It stayed in the air as if she were going to dance. The children laughed and finally she said to Dolly, "Never mind, I'll forgive you," because now she understands that how the shoes work. So then the foot went down and Kitty understood how the shoes work. They were cooperative when she was kind and good, but stubborn. Student, what the meaning of stubborn? It means obstinate, not wanting to do what other people. So when she wanted to be naughty to check this when one of the boys' ball bounced over the hedge, she said kindly, "Perhaps I can get it for you, Willie." The shoes lightly lifted her over the high hedge. "How could you do it?" cried the surprised boy. Kitty laughed and began to dance, pleased that there was a good side to the shoes. After all, she trilled and twisted with pretty airy bounce, her feet betwixt. The girls were charmed and tried to imitate. Dear student, there is a word imitate, it means copy. All the girls trying to copy Kitty, but no one could, and she danced till the end, till the bell rang. So when Kitty reached home, dear student, we have already read this paragraph in our previous video. Now we going to the next, that is next paragraph is, when Kitty reached home, her sister said, "Run and pick some strawberries for lunch." So when Kitty came back to school, so that time her sister said to Kitty that run and pick some strawberries for lunch. So that time again Kitty tried to say that I'm too tired, but the shoes landed her in the middle of the strawberry bed with one jump. Once the dish was filled, Kitty wanted to stay and eat a few strawberries, but she was jipped away into the dining room. "It's delightful to have a quick-earned girl," said her mother. When Kitty collects some strawberries for the dinner, when Kitty collects some strawberries for lunch, so that time she wanted to eat some strawberries, but she was shipped away into the dining room, and that time her mother told her that it's delightful to have a quick-earned girl. "So will you carry a few bundles to some poor people later?" When Kitty did this all things, so that time her mother said to her that go and help the poor peoples and give them some few bundles. So Kitty said, "Must I?" sighed Kitty, while the shoes tapped under the table, reminding her that she must, whether she liked it or not. "It would be kind, but you may do as you choose," replied Mamma. Her mother told her that it's your choice. You want to help to the poor people or not, it's your choice, so you have to choose. So Kitty sat very still. Sat very still. She was deciding whether she would go gently or be whisked about against her will. So she finally said cheerfully, "I'll go, Mama, and later may I come back to Fairyland, the place where all ferns grow in the forest." So what happened next? Permission was happily granted, and Kitty trotted away with a basket in one hand, a bundle in the other hand. So once she had given the sick baby some clothes, the lame girl books, and the old woman money, she felt happy, as people always do when they do kind things. Kitty soon reached Fairyland, which was filled with wood, flowers. Kitty wished to rest her itching feet, and immediately her feet folded under her, and she sat on a cushion of moss. Then with a thud, a large black cricket landed beside her, staring at her curiously. Okay? Staring at her curiously. Now the next, when Kitty did the good things, she delivered the bundles to poor. She felt very happy, and after that Kitty soon reached Fairyland, which was filled with wood, flowers. Kitty wished to rest there, and she sat on a cushion of moss. So that time there was a cricket landed beside her and staring at her curiously. So what happened? So the cricket said that, "Hello, are you related to my cousin grasshopper? You took such long leaves just like him," croaked the cricket. So there was a cricket who asking to kitty that, "Hello, are you related to my cousin grasshopper? You took such long leaves just like him." So that time kitty replied that, "I'm not a grasshopper, but I have on magical shoes today," answered kitty, surprised that she understood what the cricket said. So the cricket said, "Oh, it's midsummer day and fairies play pranks today," he said. "The magic will stay till sunset and then the fun will be over. Because of the shoes you can understand me and also those squirrels, frogs and butterflies." Sure enough, Kitty heard all sort of boys singing and laughing, and she understood every word. The grasshopper told to Kitty that this was a midsummer day and all the fairies play pranks with the person. It will be over when the sun set. So that time Kitty felt very bad, but she wants to enjoy all the moments, so that's why she talked and played with the squirrel and butterflies until tea time, just as the clocks struck 4 away. When the switch over the pool, the hill and the road till Kitty raced home. "The sun will soon set, I must skip while I can," thought Kitty once tea was done. She waltzed around the lawn so prettily that her mother exclaimed, "She shall go to dancing school." Kitty skipped on, hoping to learn some graceful step before the day was done. Finally her mother called, "Stop now, dear," and ran up to bed. So now come to the last page. A few minutes more began Kitty, but was off like a flash into the bedroom. Soon the sun was gone and the shoes became common ones, for midsummer day was over. Kitty never forgot the lesson she had learned. She ran errands willingly, remembered the pretty step, and often thought of the interesting creatures in fairyland. Whenever she was allowed to play with them, she hurried away quickly as if she still were the magic skipping switch. So dear student, that is the story. In this story we have learned that how could a naughty and stubborn girl become very kind and humble, and how she realized the reality of life, that we should help the poor peoples and always be kind and helpful to others. So student, it's very important for you that you must be help the others and always obey, and we should follow the instruction that given by our elders, and we never neglect the work that our elder told to us. So student, I hope is that clear to you and you have learned many more things from this chapter. So that's it for today. Student, I will explain the exercises of this chapter in my next video. So till then, stay safe, stay healthy and keep watching my video. Thank you.